Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got something very exciting, and this is called the Paranoid Android, or also called AOSPA ROM for the OnePlus 3, so stay tuned for that. So guys, in case you have been living under a rock for the past couple of days, PA got released on 30th May, and that is a very interesting thing. There's a lot of history to PA, and it had a very interesting feature set, namely the tablet UI and Pi controls and stuff like that. Very amazing. In the recent times, PA has not been in its top game. A lot of things has changed in that regard. Everything has gone, well, kind of sad for PA, but for the most part it has returned, and it is really amazing, at least in my opinion. Yeah, let's get started on Paranoid Android then. First of all, let's just talk about the base of it. It is now CAF based, so that is going to give more compatibility with Snapdragon's based devices like the OnePlus 3 which we have, so that's going to be a good thing. The last version of PA was dated, I believe, September of 2016, so it's been a long time since it's been updated, so a lot of things which has changed. Let's get started with the settings menu. In the settings, let's go to About Phone page. So it is finally onto the latest version of Android, which is 7.1.2, so that is amazing. This is the release version. Kernel is a customized kernel, so that is also going to be good. So build number is this one. SNA status is enforcing, so if you want to know that, just to give you guys an idea, there is an update feature in here, so you can check your device for being updated. You can have OTA updates on here, and that is going to be a really good feature for most people. In the forum does say that the firmware is included with the ROM. I honestly have no idea with that about that, because I did have the latest firmware before I flashed this, so I'm not really sure about that. Now, if you want a full written review of this ROM, Android Police did a great job of giving most of the features of this ROM, and I really like the read on that. I did refer to that for a few of my pointers. Go read that, link in the description, so that's something there. AOSPA is finally back, so that is going to be amazing. I really like it. So let's get started with the review then. Hey, AOSPA initially was a very feature-rich ROM. It had very unique features like tablet UI, like Pi controls. But in the recent days, it went down on features and went up in other categories. So let's discuss that. Now, features wise, it does have a little bit more features than the normal one. It does have ambient display, so that's going to be good. It does have sRGB mode, so you can see colors are a little bit changing. You might not be able to understand that with this black theme, but sRGB mode does work out, so that is something there. It does have night light, which is an AOSP feature on Nougat, so that's pretty cool. Font and display sizes can be customized like in Nougat. This is something which I really improve. Color engine. So you do have something called color engine. Now this is accent selector. You can have green, scooter, I don't know, red accents, whatever you want. So the accents can be changed from here, and it will be really cool. You do have that option, and also you can customize the primary color. So right now I have dark because, hey, it's an AMOLED display. Why not take the advantage of the battery life? So yeah, this is a normal default one, which is cool. You also have a pixel dark scene, so that's going to be another thing which you can do. I'm going back to dark because I really like that one. Apart from that, it does also have something called, well, gestures. In the gesture section, you do have options to check this one. So you do have jump to camera, lift to check phones. And in the other gesture section, you do have off-screen gestures, which is the OnePlus 3 feature, but you do have more gestures which you can select. It's kind of like in the Lineage OS right now, so you do have that options, which is pretty amazing. Also, button customization is available, and this one is really important. This is called the Pi settings, and Pi is back, and here is the Pi settings, and it is amazing. I really like the new material design of Pi, but many people may differ from that. Many people do like the more feature-rich previous implementation of Pi, but I don't use Pi a lot, so I may not be the target audience for Pi, but I just like the way it looks. It also has Pi settings where you can customize the theme of it. It does have automatic white and dark. The dark one is what you saw right now. This is the white theme, so you do have that also, which is pretty cool. Also, you can customize what all stuff appears in that, battery indicator and network indicator, both, or Wi-Fi only, or mobile data. All of that can be customized from here, so that's amazing. You can also enable software keys, but do mind that for Pi controls to be enabled, you do need to go into immersive mode. So going into immersive mode, you need to go to the quick setting panel and enable immersive mode setting from here. So that is something which you need to do. Apart from that, you can swap the keys, swap the sliders, even the hardware keys. Even slider can be swapped just with one click, and that is amazing. You do have home button customization, and yeah, sliders does work. So you might want to know that. There is customization for home button, back button, and recent button. Sadly, doesn't have double tap to sleep the screen, and that is something which I really found kind of annoying, because I have this muscle memory. Whenever I want to sleep the phone, I'll just double tap the home button and it just opens up the camera, because camera is an important feature, and I understand why they kept camera within arm's reach. I'll get into that later, but yeah, that's something which I found kind of lacking. It should have had a screen off function also. Apart from that, everything else is basically what you would expect out of an AOSP based ROM. Even fingerprint scanner is not as slow as other custom ROMs, so that's something which I kind of noticed. Now also in the battery customization, you do have options to change the battery style. You can have icon, circle, text, or hidden. So right now I have circle enabled with percentage enabled inside, so you can also have that. This is pretty cool. You can customize all of that, and that's going to work out really well. So that is it in the feature section. Now for the keen-eyed, I would really say, I mean, even if you're not keen-eyed, you probably understand that it doesn't have a lot of features. This category is for those ROMs with a ton of features which I like, and yeah, this just doesn't hold up to that. So it's gonna be a 5 out of 10 for features, but I'm really looking forward to the team adding more features, because they've already said they are going to add more features to it, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now comes the battery life. The battery life for me was pretty good. I would say it is as per I would expect of a CAF ROM. I got about 4.5 hours off screen on time on normal location, so that is pretty good. I expected out of it, so that's just normal. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, because it is normally better. It is better than other custom ROMs, but hey, it is 4.5. Now comes the performance of the ROM. That is something which I'm really impressed with, the performance. The performance of the ROM is 136,000. Well, the average is actually 136,000. This is the last score which I received, which is almost the average. That is something which I have already addressed in many of these. Let's screen the Geekbench score, which is 1368 and 3671 on the single core and multi-score. Also the compute score performance is 7213, which is again nothing earth-shattering. It is just normally what I expect out of this ROM. I'm just gonna give it a 6 out of 10, because the performance is not much higher than just the normals. Now comes the stability of the ROM. I have to say, Paranoid Android team has gone into great lengths to ensure that the stability of the ROM is not affected in any way, and I really do like that. Mostly everything does work out really well. Most of the stuff works. I did not have any post-close issues, and that is a rare thing to say to a ROM which has been absent for a long time now. So yeah, that is something which I really appreciate. Stability wise, 7 out of 10. Pretty cool. Now comes the camera, the much hyped portion of this ROM. The team behind this Paranoid Android has said that the camera is better than Oxygen OS, and I was really skeptical about it. And well, the reviewers on Android Police also thought it is better than Oxygen camera, so I had to try it out. This is the camera interface. This is the new version of their camera, which is Snapdragon camera or Snap camera, what they call it. I took a lot of photographs and I really compared it to other ROMs, and most noticeably I compared it to Sultan XDA's ROM. So this is a shot of my dirty keyboard, and if you zoom in closely, you can see the specks of dust. That is how much dust there is, and it is with flash, I understand, but it would take a lot of time and a lot of effort for me to get a shot like this on other Lineage or AOSP based camera. So far I understand this is a very good camera. Now this is an outdoor shot which I had. I'm going to give you guys a link in the description where you can customize, or where you can check all of these photos out and decide for yourself. And you can see, Yes, there is a little bit of sharpening going on, but this is nothing different from what I get with Oxygen OS. So at least saying that it is as good as Oxygen OS camera already has me sold. So that is really cool. Here is another photograph with different settings. So you can see all the leaves does seem a little bit sharpened, but that is to be expected. Everything is good. Everything works out really well. Here is a shot of the sky, which is just a darker screen. It is raining. It was raining, so you will see a few drops. So yeah, just the way you can see the drops, that should give you a pretty good idea about the camera performance on this one. So yeah, that's just there. Again, in the video department, that is where it actually blew me away. It does have high FPS mode. Right now I have selected that, so that is 120 FPS, and I did check the video file and it was actually 120 FPS. You can slow it down to 60, you can slow it down to 30 for ultra slow motion, and the video, well, it's upscaled to HD, that is 1080, but I guess it should have taken it in 720p, so that's pretty much good. Also, it does have slow motion, which is pretty cool, and I really appreciate the slow motion version on this. So I'm taking this, and let's see the slow motion pic of that. Hopefully it should work out. So yeah, it is slow motion. It does work out. It says it's 120 FPS, which I kind of tend to believe, because it was 120 FPS when I put it into the phone, or put it into my computer. So that's just there. So yeah, camera is pretty much the best camera which I've seen in a custom ROM. Even Oxygen OS camera is pretty amazing, and this at least, if not overshots this camera. So that is something which I really appreciate in this one. So camera performance, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because it's very good. Now comes the aesthetics of the one. It is a material design. You can get material design for this. Nothing special going on. It does have the theming feature, which I'm really a big fan of, and frankly most of us only use substratum for changing the accent colors and changing all of this. I don't really care too much about fonts. I do care about font, but still most people don't. Most people just want a dark theme out of it, so that's why substratum is used, and most of the theme out there is dark theme, so that's just there. But it also has fully substratum support, that is full OMS support is still there, and I really appreciate that. So that gives you more of a reason to use this ROM. It does have substratum, it does have accent color changing. What more do you want with a theme engine? So that is really cool. Aesthetically, I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10 again, because that's really amazing. So now comes the overall experience. It is a stellar ROM, and I was really sad for Pano Android team for releasing their ROMs this late, but well, seeing the end release of it and seeing the end result, I can't really be mad at them, because they have given us a really great ROM with really good performance, really good battery life, stellar camera, stellar stability, good aesthetics, and PI controls for those for whom it matters. But it is a full-on complete package in my opinion, and for me, it is a very good alternative for Oxygen OS. I mean, other ROMs, there is Oxygen OS ROM and there are other ROMs. And right now, there's Oxygen OS ROMs, there is PA, then there is the other ROM. So PA is in its own category now, and that is amazing. So let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty cool. So here is the boot animation for PA, and it is just fun to watch. It's really cool. It's minimal. It's functional. I guess it's kind of functional. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like it. Yeah, AOSPA. So I guess that should be it about this ROM then. I really like this ROM. It is a really great whole package. The installation was really easy. I went into this ROM thinking it's gonna be really difficult, but hey, it was just as normal, flash and go. I really didn't have any issues with that. So yeah, and I wouldn't mind using this ROM as my daily driver. There you have it. So that's the highest praise I can give to a ROM right now. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM then. Hope you guys liked the video. Please subscribe and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.